Yeah, I was caught off guard today by the sunshine in Dublin, and yeah, there's been kind of a bit new development done to the central plaza, so there's loads of places to sit and sketch, make the most of it. And as usual, I've none of my sketching gear because yeah, I wasn't expecting a day like this. So yeah, anyway, I made you with some newspaper roll from Evans and two dried markers. Yeah, the sun was absolutely beating down in the central plaza today, so I wasn't even sure if I caught any of this on camera. The glare was so strong, but yeah, it's rare actually to kind of get this kind of sunshine in Dublin City. So, geez, I thought it's a great place to kind of sit down and sketch. And yeah, apart from the sunshine, I was kind of surprised there was a few seats spare as well. So there's loads of lovely new seating just in the area to sit down and sketch. Some of the Dame Street going by, and there's people coming and going from Temple Bar. So very lively, and I suppose on a day like today, kind of lends itself to it. It's always classic. I didn't have any of the sketching gear, but on a sunny day like this, you kind of have to make do with what you have. So, just some old newspaper roll from K&M Evans on Mary Street, and kind of a dried out marker, and just went with the blue here. Sometimes it's nice to have the lighter colour. You can maybe go over a bit heavier, but yeah, I think it's always a bit where do you start. But I would recommend that book by James Richardson on urban sketching. Just kind of says get the people in first. So just as usual, just drawing a line across the centre of the page, just taking as a horizon line, and then yeah, just kind of maybe box in maybe a person just to give it a bit of a few anchor points. Yeah, just I like just popping in maybe one person, just kind of that gets the thing started, and then suddenly you can kind of work from there. So, and again, it's usually just kind of formulaic, but I find just with the circle and the square, maybe kind of a triangle for legs, it just kind of gives that impression of the figure. And yeah, then it was a bit like a deer in the headlights, or yeah, I wasn't kind of, there was so many going on because kind of people coming and going from every direction, and you've got the buses going by on Dame Street, but kind of throughout the picture, I just kind of flittered between sketching in some of the people, and again some of the surrounding buildings, the pubs. I find the kind of buildings and the structures, where the buildings and the structures are a nice way to come back to if you're kind of losing confidence in the middle of sketching, because it's just a nice way. The kind of shapes don't move. You can kind of look, oh well, it's either a circle or a square or a rectangle. And again, I thought just kind of looking, sometimes the kind of picture presents itself to you, and I just thought some of the flower baskets hanging outside the Trinity Inn are a nice kind of way. I think they're a lovely sign. So yeah, the next while is just kind of varying, sketching in people. I kind of forego some of the realities when you're on the spot. It's just, I think, yeah, for me it's not always trying to score points with the reality points and does this look accurate or that look accurate. I think it's just a good sketch kind of captures the moment, and definitely there's countless books out there on kind of nailing those perspective points and getting everything to look just right. But yeah, I kind of find I nearly I kind of find I just enjoy maybe capturing some of the mood of the place. For me, I more enjoy keeping the spirit alive of the picture, and kind of going with what kind of catches your eye as well, and just having the basic kind of fundamentals. I think is a nice way to be able to capture that. But yeah, I'm always surprised. Like, I nearly didn't stop the sketch, because it was during my day in Dublin, and I think a lot of the time the mindset is, I'll sketch when I have time in Spain or wherever it is, or. So I just found that was nice, just to kind of catch myself and be like, oh no, Jay, it's sunny, kind of enough time to sit down and do a bit of sketching. So it's always fun. I think that's when you kind of, I think, yeah, that's definitely that's a big blocker when you're kind of wanting to learn to draw. It's just actually kind of mind of, oh no, this is just the same old scene, and you realise when you sit down to sketch, it's actually not. You kind of gets you to look at things a bit differently, and maybe just even take in things. Kind of a neighbour who's mad into the Irish language, and says it makes the place come alive. I think that's kind of when you sit down and sketch afterwards, like, oh yeah, kind of does come a bit alive. And I'm just, yeah, I'm always amazed at that kind of mindset of, oh, I'll do it when I'm X, Y, and Z. And like even kind of a lot of these videos, they're kind of, I've cut out the bits of me kind of wrestling with the paper in the wind, and kind of curse myself not having the right paper or the right materials, with two dried out markers I was working with today. And I think that's kind of speaks a lot of the kind of mind I'd have, that, oh jeez, I won't, that I don't really see the opportunities, or my eyes aren't really that open to kind of what's around me, and possibilities to do some lovely sketches for 5-10 minutes, especially in Dublin. And so again with the picture, I just noticed it was actually like, I was thinking, wow, it really isn't, it's not really a classic Dublin scene. Like, you actually rarely see people sitting around in Dublin outside, and obviously it's the sun. But I just thought, you've got these kind of new bollards outside the Central Plaza, and there's kind of people sitting around, and it was actually kind of it was a moment of, oh yeah, it's like, we don't have piazzas in Dublin, probably for, there's not really much piazza sitting in Dublin. Even the people sitting on the steps and everything, it was all due to the weather today, and so it was funny to get kind of definitely to kind of get a European vibe today, of people kind of sitting out in the sun. And the other thing I noticed, which was nice, was actually just the sun cast some lovely shadows across the square, kind of off the tree and off the bollards, and it was nice just to be able to shade in some of that. Didn't quite finish the picture on the square, but might enjoy colouring in some of it a bit later. And thanks a million for watching, and definitely pop in your efforts in the replies, or any shout outs for good spots to sketch in Dublin.